At the terminus of the Keystone XL pipeline, business leaders say Canadian crude is the perfect partner for the golden triangle of Beaumont, Port Arthur, Orange on the Texas Gulf Coast. There, 70% of America's refining is done, with access to 3 major rail lines, tidewater to overseas markets, highways, and of course, pipelines. Over a century, they've developed infrastructure measured in hundreds of square miles for refining, but they can't get enough Canadian crude. That's where the new pipelines come in, both the Keystone and Enbridge's Seaway line to nearby Freeport.
A lot of those refineries here in the Gulf Coast are optimized for this Canadian crude, which is heavier than other crudes, and the ability of those refineries to turn that crude into gasoline, diesel. A lot of money has already been invested there. All the states along the corridor have expressed a strong desire for the Keystone pipeline to be permitted, and we're waiting for this administration to finally do the right thing and get this pipeline permitted.
We're going to get a lot of good crude oil from a good friend. We don't have to worry about traveling halfway across the world. We don't have to worry about the politics of oil. We're certainly in a position to handle whatever they've got to send us. We know that there are ways that it can be moved safely. And by golly, as much crude as Canada has to sell, we like to buy and make into gasoline.
The Valero refinery complex occupies over 6 square miles of concrete and pipe and everything it takes to turn Alberta bitumen into things like jet fuel and gasoline. Currently, about 6 to 8% of Valero's feedstock comes from Alberta. General Manager and Valero Vice President Greg Gentry is ready for much more.
We think the crude supply matches the assets that we have in place here. We think it's a rateable supply from a very reliable business partner that the United States does a tremendous amount of business with every day. And what we look at it is transportation of crude oil through pipelines is significantly more efficient than transportation of crude by train.
If new pipelines can get Canadian bitumen to the waiting refineries, ideally the price will go up and stop crunching the federal and Alberta provincial budgets. A decision from President Obama is expected as early as the spring. For Sun News, I'm Jackie Larson.